I try not to say too much about President Barack Obama, but what he did at that funeral was disgusting to me. You're there to talk about what Reverend Jesse Jackson has done historically. That is not your prime opportunity for you to attack the administration. You understand? You took that opportunity to, because there's a lot of people that gathered up in the room, a lot of people who are watching it nationally, and you took that opportunity to attack the administration as a former president. These people have stooped to an all-time low. And if you're still rocking with these people, I'm highly concerned about you as an individual if you think that's okay. If you think what was done at that funeral was okay, and I peeped it, because I'm sitting there like, okay, why is this necessary right now? And the funny thing is, Jesse Jackson and Donald Trump were friends at a point. Donald Trump endorsed this man. I don't know. I think these people have lost their way. They're so deep down. They're so down deep that they try anything to climb their way up, and they keep sliding down further and further and further.
They haven't lost their way. They are who they are. The problem is that there's been so many folks out there that have ignored, or has ignored more or less, their behavior. And a lot of it has to do with the fact that mainstream media runs cover for a lot of these wicked individuals, and they don't call them out the way that they should. They don't call them out the way they call out the Republican Party. So when people see this is almost like another mask off moment, because they're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that these people would stoop this low. But that's who they are. They're always like this. And of course, you got the clapping seals in the crowd, because when Jesse Jackson Jr. got up there and said, hey, we don't want to make this thing political. I want this to be about, the legacy, of my father. Let's celebrate his life. And then Barack Obama and who else? Kamala Harris and all these people, they got up there and they made it political. But what's really bad is the people that were in the crowd clapping, the clapping seals. They're no better. No one's talked about them, but they're no better because they encouraged this stuff. And I don't have a problem with Jesse Jackson Jr. being upset and the following day calling them out.
Yesterday, I listened for several hours of 3 United States presidents who do not know Jesse Jackson. He maintained a tense relationship with the political order, not because the presidents were white or black, but the demands of our message, the demands of speaking for the least of these, those who were disinherited, the damned, the dispossessed, the disrespected, demanded not Democratic or Republican solutions, but demanded a consistent, prophetic voice that at no point in time ever sold us out as a people. And it speaks volumes about who the Reverend Jesse Jackson was.
Yeah, they needed that tongue lashing. They needed that tongue lashing, and they needed to be called out. Somebody's got to rein these people in. But really and truly, I'm not really concerned about them being reined in. Somebody just needs to expose them for who they are. And I'm glad that he did this. I'm glad he did it. I know a lot of people were like, why didn't he pull the plug? Why didn't he take the mics? Maybe he didn't have the ability to do so in the larger homegoing. But I'm glad that he did come out and address their behavior, because their behavior was sickening. It was disgusting. And the fact that you do have some black folks out there caping for Barack Obama is even more disturbing. But that also just goes to showcase that, you have a lot of folks out here that put their skin color over the actual direction of the country. They've been brainwashed because they watch MS No One's Watching, or they watch CNN, and they've been brainwashed to believe that the current president is racist, that Orange Man is bad, that the Republican Party is racist. They've been brainwashed. A lot of these people, they are stuck, unfortunately, on a Democratic plantation. They have Stockholm syndrome, and you couldn't pay them you couldn't pay them to leave. It's sad, though. It's a sad state, sad place to be, man.
It has become abundantly clear, those of you that are commenting on my post as it relates to Jesse Jackson's funeral and the president's speaking, you have no idea what the hell you're talking about. You did not watch those speeches. President Clinton understood the assignment, and he was not offensive, neither was he disrespectful to the Jackson family. Obama was talking down to everybody. Biden, in his demented state, professed to be smarter than everybody, and cackling Kamala had a "I told you so" moment. Those three were completely out of pocket. Lump them all together, you have 3 presidents, 2 presidents, 1 vice, that were hella disrespectful to the late Reverend Jesse Jackson and his family. And fun fact, Kamala Harris was absolutely the acting president of the United States for 85 minutes, 11/19/21, when Biden had a medical procedure. Now.
Tell him, sister.
Now, I really want to know what Jesse Jackson family got to think about this after they came out and told these bum bitches to don't get on stage talking about politics. Like, I really hope every single one of Jesse Jackson's family members felt disrespected. Because I know y'all was in there laughing and shit, but y'all probably just didn't want to turn up. It's all good. But I'm going to need y'all to come out and say something. I'm going to need somebody to come out and say something. I know y'all not about to sit here and take this disrespect after you told these niggas. Don't come to our granddad, daddy's brother, all that. You feel me? Funeral with this bull, with y'all ass politic takes. And these went and did it. Like, are y'all gonna take this? I hope every single one of them go and vote Republican. I really do. After this, bro, if them niggas don't go vote Republican after they sat there and disrespected their own family member's funeral, that just lets you know them niggas is truly brainwashed, bro. Cause it ain't no way after yesterday, and I was a part of it, I'm about to ever in my life vote for them people again. And I heard Jesse Jackson didn't even like Obama, old bitch ass.
Yeah. How many people have officially had the scales removed? We've been talking about it for a while, and slowly but surely, it takes a couple of little things. You know what I'm saying? But we're slowly but surely, we're chipping. And more people are coming to our side of things. And again, I say people all the time, you don't got to come to become a Republican. I'd like for you to just get off the Democrat plantation, become an independent, evaluate the candidates, evaluate the parties objectively, and make a decision based off of that. Simple as that.
Imagine living a life of service and having a story so big and large. Imagine marching with Martin Luther King, being there when he passed away. Imagine marching hand in hand with John Lewis and Andrew Young. Imagine starting the Rainbow Coalition. Imagine being the first black man to run for president and actually having a chance to win until, of course, you put your foot in your mouth, but nobody's perfect, right? We all make mistakes. Even I put my foot in my mouth sometimes. Imagine having a life that big, that given one of the greatest speeches that still inspired me to this day. As a young man, I remember hearing your speech, "I Am Somebody." A speech that made the common man who felt marginalized feel like they were a part of this country, that they could stand up on their own 2 feet. Imagine giving one of the greatest phrases in American history. 50, 60, 70 years of a life of service, and at your funeral service, it gets turned into a F Trump rally. Now listen, I don't know if that's what the family or Jesse Jackson wanted. If that's the case, hey, I have to respect it. That's their wishes. But if it wasn't, what Barack Obama, Joe Biden, and Kamala Harris did was one of the most disrespectful things I'd ever seen. You completely erased everything that man did to air your grievances, your political grievances about the big bad orange man, right? That was one of the most gross, disgusting things I've ever seen. And if the family didn't want that, I believe those three individuals owe the Jesse Jackson family an apology. I want to live for another 25 years, but if I die, please do not politicize my funeral. And my life is nowhere near what Jesse Jackson was, but all I've tried to do in my life is do some good. All I want you to do is talk about Jesus, how he worked through me, my spirit, and letting that inspire you to do good as well.
Amen to that. Shout out to this brother, man. He's absolutely right, man. These people are despicable and so disrespectful. So disrespectful. But they just showcased it. They showed it. Democrats are showing everybody who they are. They're no longer overt about it. They're showing everybody who they are and what they're about. But I want to hear from you guys in the comment section. What are your thoughts? Hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel, turn the notifications on to all so you never miss an upload. Consider joining the ARP family or buy your brother a coffee. That link's in the description box below. You can also support via Cash App. We appreciate the love, the support. Join us Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for ARP in the morning. If it's your first time in the chat, please let us know so we can properly welcome you to the show. And as always, keep God first. Stay prayed up. We'll catch up with you all next time. Peace.
It is God who arms me with strength. Yeah, I'm battle ready. He trains my hands for battle. My heart stays steady. But thanks be to God, he gives us the victory. Through my Lord Jesus Christ, it can't live in me. I was down to the dirt, red clay on my shoes, old pain in my shirt, oh so bruised. Then the Lord hit my chest, kicked air from my breath, put power in my step.